Hey, welcome back to Photo Recreations Part 2. Here's a picture of what Doyle McCormick's Alco PA shell looked like when he brought it back from Mexico. It used to be a Santa Fe, then it was D&H, then NDM. He brought it up and it looked pretty rough. You can see it's next to his Great Northern. This is at the Roundhouse. So I found a $15 undecorated Alco PA dummy unit out at the Whistle Stop and got it. Mixed up the right shade of blue, pulled some old Southern Crescent yellow striping to mimic the D&H's, painted it up a little bit here in the kitchen, and then there it is, sitting next to the Great Northern F7 and the Roundhouse. Kind of like that one. When I was putting together the Roundhouse diorama, I used this photo of 4449 on the turntable as my inspiration and template. And then I put this together as my photo recreation of that photo. Put the KGON tower in the background. Made the little fence on the side. On my older camera, and all this is just filmed with a Samsung Galaxy, I used a flash and I recreated a night scene in Potomac Yard with some Southern high-nose SDs and a Chessie System Jeep. The flash made it look pretty decent. Working on the Roundhouse area, you can see the undecorated Alco PA sticking itself out of the Roundhouse. The basic setup was done. So the second story I ever sold to Trains Magazine, it's called One Fast GG1 on a Roll, and it talked about how back in '77 we're coming home from St. Louis on the National Limited, and we're about 3 or 4 hours late as usual, and GG1 number 902 hooked up to our little 2-car Washington section in Harrisburg. We ambled down the Port Road nice and slow, but when we hit the Northeast Corridor, he put the pedal to the metal, and I timed it on my Boy Scout watch at 120 miles an hour, milepost every 30 seconds. So this winter, down at a train show, I've been looking for a GG1 to make just some photo stuff. Found a non-running GG1 display for $5 in Tuscan red. A little black paint and a set of Amtrak decals later on, and poof, there's the 902 in all its glory. Before I repainted it, I recreated some photos of Ivy City, having the Southern Crescent E8s, a GG1, a passenger GP9 from B&O, an Amtrak SDP, an E9. It's kind of nice to set up, and for $5, not a bad deal. One that worked out pretty well is I think it's a 1996 southbound Starlight through Canby, Oregon. It's got a Amtrak F59, one of the California Surfliners, as the second unit, number 450, and then of course there's a good old Blazer in front. So my version has number 450 as the second unit. It's got the ever-present Blazer in the front. It's got the right baggage car for the Starlight in the back. I found that unit for like $30. It was at Athern out there at the Whistle Stop. I may reshoot it because the angle's not quite perfect. If you go back to the original one, it's a little higher, but not too bad. Thanks for watching.